Savage Worlds. Whether we're at the table or over the internet, in our role-playing game, fantasy is just the beginning. From the Wild West to the depths of outer space and beyond. Anytime, any place. They're all Savage Worlds.
All right, welcome to Tuesday night. 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off, 3 weeks off. Still nailing the transitions. Welcome to the Iconic Production Channel. I am JM the GM. With me is the Echoes of Crucible, possibly your name, possibly just your existence. And we are back to play more Savage Worlds. So the last time we left off was actually a one-shot, Pockets Last Night at University, which went about as we all figured it would.
Somebody died.
Yeah.
It was messy.
Yeah. There may be a future Pockets who came back, push Pockets into the path that he's currently
Looks
on.
like a Cenobite vampire that's somewhere in the mix. Yeah.
Listen, I can neither confirm nor deny that Hellraiser has influenced my adolescent and adult life in ways I do not want to go into on stream. So, the last time we left off,
Are there buckets, Jam?
There are always buckles. If there's not buckles, you're doing it wrong. So,
Really?
Clive Barker has taught me one thing. The last time we had the three of you together, you guys went through sort of this Lynchian dreamscape where Haley made me cry on stream for the death of
Jeremy.
Her clay terracotta simian outer shell, which I now feel awful for destroying. So thank you for that. Here, you know what? Have a Benny. Like, start off with an extra Benny because that was excellent.
I have references.
So when we left off, there was the broken lift edge beyond the gate. You had destroyed the three demons, and there was the sound of whistling, like wind whipping by, and you see daylight kind of coming through. You know, you've been ascending up this mountain, and you know that you don't have a lot of time. The shores of creation, the void wake, is rising up to consume this reality.
Okay. So we're in this structure?
Mm-hmm.
And is it on the path up the mountain?
It's inside the mountain.
What's
That
inside?
kind of leads beyond the gate.
Okay.
You see the rest of her lift edge, missing only one tiny piece, which they did recover, Jenny, when you eventually reached it. And then, the stairs kind of go off to the side, and you can see daylight kind of coming in. You can hear the sounds of the rest of the survivors kind of coming through the cave.
But it's with them. Okay. And there are supposed to be 7 challenges,
Mm-hmm.
and we've gone through
4.
4 of them? Okay.
It's like the Doctor in Regenerations. You find out the actual number is what the plot demands.
Okay.
Yeah, and you've gone through 5. You've gone through, you've opened the gate, you've crossed the bridge,
Okay.
you've traveled under the waterfalls of forgetfulness,
Okay.
and you battled the 3 demons of ignorance, greed, and hatred. So
That's 4?
that's 4. That is 4. 5, 6, 7. Okay, all right. There's
Bitch, please, I'm over.
All right. What do you guys do? Oh, remember your sword is currently flanked. Now I will. Just to let the audience know, Haley, you did not choose to make that deal with the Morgan, but you will see. You've got a chance to see what that deal entails. I did send you the statistics on the sword,
Oh, yeah.
the Morgan, if you choose to use it or invoke it.
Okay.
And Cezek is definitely encouraging you along.
But he has body now, so.
Yeah, that's right. Well, does
And
he?
flesh whenever blood shows up, so this guy could get it all back.
Yeah, what did we stick his head on?
Dwarf
Monkey.
body.
On a monkey, that's right.
Was it the monkey or a dwarf? It was one of the dwarf bodies from the gate, right?
Yeah, it was.
He has a buddy.
Yeah. Like a little dwarf zombie thing.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan?
So we're standing on this side of a gate, Chen is on the other side, unconscious,
Yes.
with her lift edge. We retrieved keys from the three demons,
You did
right?
retrieve keys from the three demons.
Do we
There were
see where
three
they?
locks. Yeah, there were 3 locks on the gate.
There's 3 of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like a nuclear missile.
Down.
We all 3 got to put it in there and right at once.
Same time.
All right.
All right.
As you turn, you hear multiple things unlock, and that's when you see Chen get dragged up the stairs. You can hear her body kind of clanging up the stairs as the gate opens, and her lift edge kind of skitters down and lands at your feet, Sam. You vaguely recognize what this is. Like, things are getting a little fuzzy, a little hazy for you. It's a dream. You remember there used to be a place, a
Mhm.
shining place, a beautiful place, where these things flitted about. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just
Only
remembering.
Sam would call Crucible a beautiful place.
I know.
She got dragged up the stairs.
She got dragged up the stairs.
Did you see what's dragging her up the stairs? Or is she just like on a string?
As you, it's funny you mention a string. As you look out, you definitely see Chen swing by upside down. There's something around her feet, and then she kind of gets snapped further up.
Oof. Does her lift edge look operational? Cool.
Is someone going to use it?
Give it
Don't look at
to
me, I'm just the GM.
You're the monkey.
Yeah, but I'm not very good at monkey things.
You're not very good at non-monkey. You're very good at selling drugs to...
I haven't even managed to pull that off. So
I was really trying to be there for you. You're good at,
right away.
yeah, running away and,
Yeah, and cards.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
I am not very good at flying, so what do you need? And I also have a flaming sword in my hand.
you do have a flaming
So,
sword.
what skill would it be to use that? Would that be piloting?
It would be
riding?
a flying skill.
I don't have that.
Yep. So what's your agility?
It's a 1, so 8. A D6 rather, sorry.
I was like, what? The first 2 things. I'm not an answer. It's a 1, not an answer. It's an 8, still not an answer. So you roll a d6 minus 2.
Alright, well then I will.
That is true, Tink. Have a Benny. Pocket is good at being.
Thank you. Alright. So I'm rolling a d6 to see if I can actually manage to control this thing, potentially following her up.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm just gonna.
Tink is definitely supporting the pocket lifestyle.
I'm just gonna jump on this thing like I know what I'm doing.
All right.
Just like any dork does on the first time they see skateboarding. That's a 4 and a 5, so I guess I sort of know what I'm doing.
Minus 2.
You know.
You get on it, it hovers, and you fly it forward, but you don't so much fly it up, and you hit the stairs, and you kind of dismount. You don't fall on your face, so it could be something that you intended to do.
Yeah. I just sort of turn around and kick the edge up and lean on it.
All right.
Just carry that.
You can take the stairs.
Give it back to her. The stairs lead up sort of one path.
Yeah, it kind of leads up to the side of the mountain. It's wide enough here for like a large group of people to come up, but you can see that as you kind of come up the stairs and it exits onto the side of the mountain, that that gate, the archway that kind of you pass under, is marked with the rune of one of the 3 demons. And instead of like a stone arch, it looks like on either side of that rune there are 4 spindly legs that on each side that form the arch.
I don't like that. Is it alive or is it actually stone? It's like a stone spider?
It seems like stone. It doesn't look like a spider. It just looks like 4 spindly legs. Well, 8 spindly.
Yeah,
Four-
yeah.
four
Like
legs.
so, it's clearly an octopus. Because that's the other thing with it. It's with 8 legs.
That is true.
It's not an octopus, jam.
That it is not pockets. What are you doing, Abe?
I'm gonna go up and poke it with my flaming sword and see what happens.
Your skeletal friend is definitely like, yes. So you're going to keep it, yes?
We're not making any.
The Morgan's gifts. I see how it is, and you cut through the stone, like it just little bit of black ichor kind of flows out. It smells awful and acidic.
Which demon symbol was it?
This is definitely the one that was kind of had the coins that were coming out of.
It went into my mouth.
Yeah.
We're climbing in,
Mm-hmm.
so it's greed.
You can have a Benny, Ben. You can have a Benny for provoking Ben to ask me our conclusion.
He's feeling generous. That was it.
I've also just discovered that if we don't have the chat, they're all probably dead in my games. So, yeah. But we did find out fun fact about me or GM. The song that was #1 on the charts the day I was born is Queen's Another One Bites the Dust.
Oh, nice.
So I've just been trying to live up to my mentor, my birth song.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Who wants to live forever?
Did it react in any way to her
Aside from
slicing
bleeding,
it open? Yeah.
it didn't. I mean, aside from bleeding, no. But it's definitely pitting the stone, which is kind of hissing as this ichor flows down in runnels, kind of carving new runnels as it falls.
Turn to my friend and ask him, what is this?
Oh, it seems like acid. Yeah, acid.
Okay, well,
Don't get any on you.
we're going to keep that one to ourselves.
Tell your friend to be more specific. Ben is a little broad.
The skeletal head just kind of rotates all the way around to look right at you, and then continues rotating around to look at.
Hey man, I saw what happened when you got some blood on you. You got skin back. I think the word you're looking for is thank you. All right, let's keep going up these stairs. I have a bad feeling that whatever has a hold of Chen is probably wrapping her up right now. Making a little spider taco. Burrito?
Probably, I would accept burrito.
Burrito, possibly a hoagie. No? Pita?
This is a discussion that
Chenny Chonga.
There we go.
You will give me 7 bennies now.
I really hope we force Jen to watch this. The winds whistle at you as you kind of step out onto the path that continues to ascend. You can see that on the outside of the stairs that then head up, there are more images of the Monkey King in various poses and katas, sort of all facing up. None of them are facing backwards pockets. So
I mean, that means we're going the right direction,
that
right?
means you're going the right direction. And you can see when the clouds kind of part beneath you that this mountain is a veritable Ararat. There is just the crystalline sea as far as you can see. That weird, discordant chiming noise. It's still far below you, but you can hear it ascending up the mountain. And you can see as you come around another bend that the way is blocked by a tapestry of webs.
Oh, good. Have I told you guys how much I love spiders?
First time hearing it.
Yeah, no, because I don't love them. At all. Alright.
Do we see Chen's wrapped up body?
You don't.
Are these sticky webs? Like if I go up and poke them with a finger, do they like...
Are you going up and poking them with the finger?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably that's the most pocketed finger. Your finger does definitely
Stick?
Yeah.
Okay, can I pull it off?
Give me a strength check.
Oh, dang it. This is bad.
Powerful.
Yeah, strength is no good.
This is what happens.
Can I aid him in
Yeah.
any way by yanking?
Yeah, you can give him a +2. But
Okay, so that'll get me there.
okay. You watch his pockets just goes up and touches the web, gets stuck, and he and Sam struggle to pull it free.
See if your flaming sword can do anything to it.
As you bring the sword close, it just sort of melts the layers of webs, and they kind of, with the tension pulled, they sort of pull back and like stick in heavy globs on the side of another archway. And you can see beyond. There is a. It looks almost. At first, you think it looks like a stone forest, but you realize there's just a number of tall stone menhirs that have little dishes kind of set to the side of them like votives for different prayers. But that this whole area has been domed with webs, and there are dozens of bulky figures and lumps hanging from threads.
I'm assuming generally frog and bug shaped.
They're generally frog and bug shaped. Actually, more bug than frog.
Hmm.
Yeah. And you definitely hear skittering noises from above, and you also hear several hearty thumps and groans coming from deeper in the area.
So, the gate we went through initially, that brought us to a stair that wound outside the mountain,
and
then
this
we
has
went.
kind of come into a cleft in the mountain.
Okay, are we in a place that has a roof?
It has a roof because of the webs that kind of
All
cover
right, but it would just without the webs, it would just be
It would
sort of
just
like
be
a
moving
cut into the mountain,
Exactly.
up a switchback. Okay. Well, this is your challenge. Anything from your past that would illuminate
I
this?
assumed, given the architecture, that at one point there was not a giant friggin' spider living here. Right? Like, this is new. So this is probably not part of the challenge. Maybe
Fair
you were
cop.
just supposed to do cool katas here until you got to the other side and everything was fine. You just looked amazing.
That's fair cop. What's a menhir, by the way? You said it was full of menhirs.
Stone, a worn stone pillar, like a naturally occurring.
Oh, okay.
Like a fancy
The more you
stalactite.
know.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, we got a whole bunch of people behind us that are probably going to get eaten by spiders if we do something about them. Do we see any spiders?
I give me a notes check.
Okay. Another thing I'm fantastic at.
What are you doing, Haley, while all this is going on?
I want to look around to see if there's anything like wood that I can put on fire for these two.
Give me a notice check.
That's a 4.
It's a 4. All right.
Skating past together. Just by.
I love running Savage Worlds.
I also got a 4.
All right. What the two of you notice is, one, there is no wood here. Moving in, you can see that all of the water in the little prayer dishes has kind of started to. It's gone bad. See, there's mold, algae kind of growing in it. Whatever natural process is supposed to be happening here. This has clearly been interrupted. You also notice that at least one of the spiders is just awful at stealth. As you kind of look to your left to see if there's wood, you look to your right, and this giant spider, about the size of a large hippopotamus, has descended down, and it pauses, and all 8 eyes are looking at the two of you, and freezes as if.
We're doing the same. They're like,
That's terrifying.
We're gonna draw initiative. Haley, do you want me to keep shuffling? You want me to cut? You want me to deal? What do you want to have happen?
do one shuffle.
One shuffle? Cut. I'm gonna give the first card to you. This one's not for Jenny. All right, reveal them.
No, she can have mine though.
Ooh, a 9 of hearts. All right. A trio of giant spiders come skittering out of the webbed cleft at you. And so we're gonna just get started here. My fighting is D8.
I have to activate one of these cards on my turn, correct?
Yes. So, the spider in front of you is attacking Pockets. Pockets, what's your...
Parry?
Yes.
That is 4.
The first one misses. The second one darts in after it. Coming in actually now. It is going to try and hit you with a web.
Alright.
Now the webbing goes boom, and reseals the entrance completely by accident.
Yeah.
Completely by accident. And the last one, it comes down. It actually has 7 legs. You can see one of the legs is clearly completely missing. There's just a little peg of the leg that's kind of twitching as if it's moving closely. You can see the left side of its face has been caved in, and those eyes, 3 of those eyes, are just gone in a mass of webbing and scar tissue, with one large one on top. And
He made himself a little eye patch?
it's looking right at you.
Out of weapon?
Ooh, it hit.
Dang, damn it. I should have said nothing.
Give me a little eye patch. Adaptive, I like it. Couldn't do the leg though, right?
And your toughness, sir.
That's a 6.
So, Ben, that'll be 2 wounds as this thing
Oh!
leaps at you. Mandibles just masticating as it comes to hit at you, and you clearly hear whispered on the wind, "Monkey King."
Not Monkey King. Distant relative.
Alright, I'm gonna try and soak that, so that's
All right,
bigger,
go for
right?
it. And then the bigger test.
Double 5, so.
All right, so you will take 1 wound.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is now your turn, Sam.
Okay.
Spiders.
Any sign of Chen?
You want to give me a notice check?
Will that be my action?
Yeah, you can take multiple actions and take a -2 to every.
You know what? Sure, I will.
All right.
I will just take a single action, and I will spend that time trying to notice Chen.
All right, give me a notice check.
Okay, it's going to be really good at that, actually.
It is sort of your jam.
That is a 10.
Yes. So 2 things, Sam. You got a raise on it. You clearly see a Chen-sized bundle struggling on the far side of this cleft, and you can see multiple spiders about the size of a human hand, kind of swarming the netting above towards that single runner that comes down to where Chen is swinging.
And we have to get to that cleft, right? We have to get out through there.
No, you could make it there if you wanted to run, which would give you a -2.
Well, I'm just making sure that the path we're on, the spiders are not coming out of a side cleft.
No,
we're
this
going
is-
through
you're
the
going through this
layer.
cleft,
And she's at the far end of that layer.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll just head towards. Head towards Chen.
All right. The other thing you notice is kind of right off to your left. There is a shrunken body. Clearly has been drained of most of its fluids, but there are a number of bolts on the ground, and you can clearly see like where the arm of a crossbow is kind of cut through the webbing, and is kind of hanging out of this body.
Ooh. I'll grab that on the way to Chen.
All right, one or you can go to Chen or to this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then I'll go to Chen.
Okay. All right, Ape, you're up next.
So is this spider like chomping down on Pocket?
Oh yeah,
With that being said, since I'm right next to it.
yeah. It is definitely taking a bite out of Pockets.
Okay. I am gonna go ahead and attack that spider and try to just hack at its head.
All right.
Give him the others 3 eyes, 5 eyes, however many he's got left.
5 eyes is
I
watching.
got a 6 that exploded. So 11.
11?
11.
Well, that will hit with a raise. Do your extra d6 of damage. Ben, by the way, I do need another vigor test from you because you definitely saw 2 large sacks at the base of the
My bad.
things contract a little bit when it hits you.
Okay. That's a 5.
Now, you are not poisoned. Nicely done.
I have a very high poison resistance.
With the -1, you're still at a 4. You're...
With my sword being on fire, do I get any extra?
Oh, yes. Let me pull that up. So you are currently still using the Sword of the Morgan. You will only get to use that a couple of more times before you have to make the decision. All right.
It's a demo sword.
It's one of those pay-to-play.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. This sword brought to you by Blizzard. Where did I... There we go. So the blade gives you +1 to your fighting rolls. It is ignited for +2 damage. No, don't forget, you can also go berserk if you want to. Or if you do a wild attack, which gives you +2 to hit, and then drops your parry by 2, you get +4 damage on top of that. So just keep that in mind
Okay.
when using the Blade of War.
Okay.
All right. So what's your base damage on the weapon?
So it's my strength plus a d8,
Okay.
and my strength is now a d10.
All right. And you get that extra d6 for hitting with the rings, and then 2 on top of it.
So I got a 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
+2, 14, 15.
15.
Do you want to re-roll that? So 15 is enough to shake it.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I'm spending a bit.
All right.
Oh, snap, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
My d6 exploded.
All right.
So that was 6, 7, 8, 9, 17.
All right. Now that
Hmm.
that is enough to hit it with. Let me just look at this. Size 4. It gets. Alright, so +1. That will hit it for a wound. Now, I'm going to attempt to soak that. Let's see if that works. They're not wild cards, so they don't get. But he soaks it. Pockets.
All right, so while apparently still being masticated by a large spider,
You are being masticated by a large spider.
I will reach into my card pouch, which I apparently received from my former self. Who knows where he got it?
That is not a
Just
question
how-
you can even answer, man.
And I will draw out the Heart of the City.
Okay, what does that one do?
Heart of the City gives me 3 different powers.
Okay.
It gives me Absorption, which allows me to absorb, negate, and perhaps even channel a specific kind of matter or energy from the power types, which I will need to, I guess, look up from the power type book. Anytime I would take 1 wound, the power type gets a free soak roll, and I get to either absorb it or pass it on. Wound. Transmute. I also, for each wound soaked, the hero gets a transmutation token. These tokens last, and I can basically use those tokens to pay for additional effects on attacks, etc.
Cool.
I also get Hardy, which allows me to have a second shaken result in combat doesn't cause a wound.
Oh, nice.
This is why I needed this before he started chewing on me.
I can't help you there, my friend. All right, so here is the. May not be as helpful for you, but there's the list.
Okay, so darkness, electricity, fire, force, magic, mental radiation, sound, temporal air. I'm assuming.
Magic is probably your most generous one.
Okay, so. Okay.
that what you're gonna do?
I guess that we feel like it's the most most impactful.
All right.
I will pull out this card. It's like, well, if you want me to be the Monkey King, then we're going to my city. And I and I'm now in the heart of the city.
Yeah.
But
You throw the card up, and it kind of floats behind you, and for a brief second, it looks like the card opens up, and you can see Crucible moving behind.
but it's upside down.
Yeah. It's really weird.
Sam takes a deep breath, feels more like himself than he has
You
in a
do
while.
feel like yourself. You smell that sweet, sweet kind of vinegary smell of like
Trash
trash.
in the gutter
Yep,
that
food,
people have.
slightly
thrown
rotting. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, new round.
Was that
We're
my
gonna start. Yeah, drawing a card is your entire action unless you declare that you're taking a multi-action. All right,
It's getting better.
Yikes.
Haley, you're going first.
You know what?
You want to try it?
No, I'm gonna, being frustrated that I didn't even hurt this spider, I'm gonna take out one of my pints of oil and dump it on it,
Okay.
and then set it on fire.
So you're gonna do a multi-action, dump the oil, and then take an attack.
Yes.
Do you want to try the all-out attack?
The answer to that question is always yes.
Okay.
Always. Yes.
Okay. So dumping the oil is easy. You just kind of rip it, rip the thing open, dump it over. Now, when you're making an all-out attack or a wild attack, you get +2 to your roll, so it negates your -2. So give me a fighting roll. And don't forget your +1 from your blade.
So is this one of those hairy spiders, or is it more one of those awful clickety-clackety shiny spiders like a black widow?
Well,
That's
here's the
a
thing.
question I should ask.
Yeah, it's a really good question, but I think you know the answer to that because you described one as hairy and one as awful clickety and so that's what it is. No, it's definitely it is a spider that is drawn from the nightmares of both Pockets and Ben.
I like it.
I thought it was Harry. I'm sorry.
My old one still works. It just
All right, go for it. Roll it.
A 6 and a 5.
And you get your +1. So it's 7. All right, that's not good enough it's good enough to hit, but not to get the extra d6 of damage.
Okay.
However, you get +2 for flaming and +4 for your wild attack. So you're at whatever you roll +6. So you'll get your d10 for strength and your d8. So d10 plus d8 plus 6.
A D8. So reroll them? Or
Yeah, you get roll your damage again, or roll your damage.
that one explodes.
Okay.
It explodes again.
The d8.
D10.
You're at 20 points of damage. Okay.
Explode.
No,
Exploded again.
that's real. She's not even making that up. For all those who can't
So
see.
we're at 30.
Okay, it stopped
What
it.
would you get?
So 31, 36 altogether?
36 plus 6.
Oh, plus 6. Oh, okay, so
42. You don't even need to worry about the being on fire part. A 42 is 29 over. 8 wounds. So 7 wounds.
Dang.
It's going to try and soak.
I was really mad at it.
Yeah. You went all out and I got a 10,
Okay,
Ain't lying.
That was
15. So I soak 3 of those 7 wounds, leaving 4 on the 2 that it has. You bring the blade of war down and you shear this thing, like you cleave its head. It kind of collapses and immediately everything starts hissing. And the webs also start igniting.
Yeah.
Do it like roll out of its mouth?
You do roll out of its mouth. One's going to make a dart for Sam, and the other one is coming right for you. We're going to go, why do I always pick the black and blue dice? Black or blue?
I'll take black.
Okay. Hold on, now I gotta check for critical failures.
Double ones.
Double ones.
Alright, they don't critically fail. They come darting in, and it's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. Yeah. So, it is now, they just miss. They come in, one goes high and actually snaps its mandibles above your head, Sam. Some of the poison drips and hisses on your long coat. Haley, as Ape turns, you just brandish the sword and blood that's burning off of it, and the spider kind of skitters. You can just see yourself holding a flaming sword reflected in 8 eyes.
Yeah.
8 black, soulless, shiny eyes
Yeah.
filled with hatred and not an unhealthy amount of lust for the fleshy, fluid-filled bodies of its foes.
Is lust the word we're looking for?
It's the word we found.
You're up, Sam.
I am going to run to Chen and try and cut Chen down before the spiders that are crawling down
Yeah,
get to
the
her.
first one kind of hits and starts crawling down.
Yeah.
Give me a. Do you have a bladed weapon?
I do, actually.
Sweet. Then you cut her free. There's no action required for that.
Yeah.
She definitely lands on her head and shoulders with a thump, and you hear a groan. Pretty sure she knocked herself out.
Mm-hmm.
She's a shapeshifter. Is she when she's unconscious? Is she? The
She's
same
wrapped head to toe in webs. You don't know. You're up.
shape? Achilles monkey would like to know. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of like fist bump Ape in the elbow and be like, "Hey, you got this!" Just like, "You got this!" I'm gonna run over and grab that crossbow.
Did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he left it.
I left it to go
Did you
free
call
Chen.
out that it was there?
Or do I not know it's
Yeah, it
there?
was a raise. You guys didn't notice it. You only got a 4 on your
Okay.
dice.
All right.
I mean, no, I didn't.
That's
call it
fine.
out.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
no, Sam. If you want to spend a penny and say you did, that's more than okay.
Oh, I can do that?
Yeah.
Totally.
Alright, so you know where the crossbow is.
Okay. All right. Well, I will stumble over and pull it out of the.
Oh, it pulls free like a warm knife out of a patty of butter, as if this crossbow wanted to be free. You notice that the edges of the arms come to razor's edges, and you think you may be able to use it as a melee weapon if you needed to. You can see that whatever the arms are metal and blackened like a blackened steel. The stock of the crossbow throws you off a little bit for 2 reasons. One, the big buckle at the end of it. Two, the fact that the stock is made of some sort of chitinous material, and as you kind of like grab it, the chitin flows around your hand a little bit, and you can see a couple of arms, like thin, spindly arms, pull out of the front of the stock, and they, as you're kind of holding it, they reach down and gather the bolts and kind of pull them up into it.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
It is warm and almost like not like it's very smooth, but you don't feel like you would ever drop it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's slightly warm, and kind of it's warm, but then it warms up to your body temperature, and you can't really feel like it feels as if it's an extension
Gotcha.
of you.
So, is it like the same sort of chitin that's on the spiders, or is it the same kind of, or is it chitin from like the insect people?
More of the chitin from the insect people.
Okay, so it's probably one of their.
You got Cronin bow.
Just move on.
I'll take my
You are picking up everything I'm laying down, my friend. Tonight we're all on fire. Some of us literally.
So I will look at my new bow hand thing and go, all right, so we're gonna hunt some spiders together.
You immediately see like one of the bolts, kind of like the top of the stock splits open like along a natural seam, and one of the bolts kind of just automatically pulls back into.
This is badass. All right. I'm going to shoot a spider with this.
All right, do you have the shooting skill?
I have the fighting skill.
Do you have the shooting skill?
No.
Let me rephrase that again. Do you have the shooting skill?
No.
Okay. You make a agility test
Okay. Which I sort of have.
at -2.
Okay.
However, the bow wants to hunt the thing. So it gives you a natural +2 to your shooting.
Okay.
It's a straight roll.
This is the perfect weapon for adept little monkeys. All right, that'll actually, if it's a 5.
So that
Yeah,
hits.
that'll hit.
Alright, so the crossbow does. I believe it's a D8. Let me double check that. It does 2d8 and has AP2 up.
He
And
snapped.
it's +2 to your shooting bonus.
2. Dang. Okay, that's a lot of damage. D8. At least as far as I'm concerned. That's a 7 plus a 6, so 13 points of damage.
Okay, and it's AP2, so you take away 2 points of their armor. So that shakes this giant spider.
Okay.
And I believe Ben gets the first card.
Okay.
I will get the first card next round. So this thing kicks in your hand almost nothing. Like, you are turning and you feel the arm kind of lock into place, and almost before you register that's what you're trying to shoot at, it launches it.
We're gonna make sweet music together, baby.
You have 5 more shots
My
at
great
this.
grandson would be so disappointed.
We sound a bit weird. Hmm.
I mean,
Thanks,
a little
John, for
hurtful.
letting us know.
Yeah, but it's normal. Like a normal weird.
No, this is the.
Is this any better, John? We'll go back to. That's the. Oh yeah, that's weird. We're gonna stick with this one.
John, driver did not update it. Yeah, a little bit of echo. I apologize for that, John. The echo is nearly silent, or the audio is nearly silent. I'm going to stick to the first one. Perfect. Let's see what the cards are.
King.
Dang.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
It's
who
going to
goes
go
first?
Ben does. Spades, then diamonds, clubs are last.
Right. I will go ahead and reload and fire.
Another Cronin bolt.
Another clearing bolt.
Mark that you have 4 bolts left.
Okay,
Roll a hit.
Right.
Probably could use it more bolts as some kind of like weird form of reproduction.
Is that any better, John? Let me know. What'd you get?
I got double 4s, so +2, so that's 6.
Well, oh yeah, because you're still minus.
That's right. Okay.
Oh, and technically a -1 from your wound.
Okay.
So you rolled a 3. You want to spend it?
Yeah, I'll go and spend a penny.
Wow, what went wrong?
Well, that was no good either.
Today I consider myself. Let's see here. Only have one audio going, and it's the right one. Oh, well, we're gonna have to keep going with it. Hopefully it's better, John.
Yeah, that's no good either.
What'd you get?
And that was a 3 and a 2. So
It's a total echo now. What the? Here, let's try something real quick. All right, now we're back.
silence.
It's not showing an echo. Sweet! The weirdness of Crucible. John Doom in the room, so everybody. Have a Benny.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna miss.
You're just gonna miss? All right.
Firing my rest fire pistol at the nearest spider.
All right, the one that's shaking.
Yeah,
Roll it.
why not?
You need a 4 to hit.
Okay.
Oh, dang. One of those loaded. And again. So that'll be a 17.
That'll hit with a raise. So do your base damage and add an extra d6 to it.
What's the base damage of the rest fire? I have it anymore. Put it down somewhere.
It is 2d6 plus 1. So you're going to roll 3d6 plus 1.
All right. So,
Anything explode?
9, yeah. So 9, 10 with an explosion.
Okay. 16.
And what? So,
So 17. Did you add the extra 1 from the 2d6
Yeah.
plus 1? So 17, that's enough to hit with a wound,
Mhm.
which will actually be 2 wounds. Let's see if this thing soaks. It soaks the wound, so it takes 1 wound and it's still up.
All right.
Take the Benny back for the... Oh, you're giving me your... Thanks, John. All right, it's the spider's turn. I gotta roll to see if that spider actually can do anything this round. Nope. Hold on. It is not a critical failure. The other one is the one that's attacking you. Nope.
Okay, so there's one attacking him.
Yep, and
And
one
then-
attacking you.
Okay.
But that one that's attacking you has a wound and is shaken.
Oh yeah, we're going after that one.
Go for it.
All right.
Another all-out attack.
Sure.
Okay, this will be your last option to use the Blade of War unless you accept the Blade of War.
Is there like a little timer that says this will be reusable in 14 hours?
Yep. All right, so give me the roll. You're going to be rolling at +4 to hit.
Okay, so fighting. Okay. Turbo force.
All right, so an 8 is enough to hit with no raise. You want to spend a Benny, or are you happy with that?
We're happy.
Okay, so it'll be your D10 plus your D8 plus 6. John, you missed Afe's 42 points of damage. D10 exploded 3 times.
D8 and yeah, it's just a D10 and a D8, right?
D10, D8 plus 6.
So yeah. Let's see, that's 13 plus 6.
So 19, which is enough to wound it. That spider bites it. You cleave another one, taking its legs off, and it hits the ground rolling. Spider just spreading across the ground. Last, possibly, round of combat. This one is not good for me. All right, Sam and then Ape.
Sam will reload his rest fire and fire, so taking a -2.
Yes.
Um,
Good to see you, John. It's you and Tink. With you.
I'm gonna.
The clan. Ben, you gotta come play Diablo with us. Nope. All right. The shot rings out. It is now Afe's turn.
So was that spider dead?
Yeah, that spider's dead. The only spider left is the one that Sam just shot at.
Okay. And my sword is no longer on fire, correct?
Unless you choose to accept the Blade of War.
How can you not? It's so cool.
Not yet. She likes to have her own control.
All right, yeah, at that point, your blade returns to normal.
Okay. She's just gonna run up and jump and stab into the abdomen.
All right, give me the fighting roll.
Ooh.
But like that.
A little better.
Yeah, 6.
A 6 hits, roll your damage.
So. It's 5.
Not a good. You want to spend a Benny?
Try that again.
I love this game.
Okay, that's 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not good enough. It turns though, and it will take a bite at you, and it's gonna hit. I'm gonna spend bennies on this. Ooh!
Oh!
You don't need to.
Explosion.
What's your parry?
8.
That was reroll in the box.
Okay.
So I hit you. It's a 9. What's your toughness?
9.
9. All right. D12 plus 2 plus D6. Oh no, Haley!
Oh my goodness.
Double explosion.
Double explosion.
That's how
18,
I-
20.
So Morgan is like, fine, eat it.
29. What's your toughness?
9.
So that's 5 wounds. Would you like to stoke this?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, Haley!
It's my last one.
Taint's got 2.
So what do I roll for?
You're gonna roll a vigor roll.
Bigger roll?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just
Vigor.
that one.
It's your vigor plus your wild die.
Okay, so
This could be it. Your first character death.
oh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to say goodbye. It explodes.
Okay, what'd you get?
So that's 6 and a 4.
All right, so we'll roll with the 6.
Another 6.
Okay, 12.
Another 6.
No! No!
And a 2.
18, 20. So that will reduce it from 5 wounds. Well, I got 20 for 5 wounds. You got a 20, which reduces it by 5. It bites down on you, and you just kind of, your armor creaks a little bit, and you kind of lean into it, and you push yourself free.
Wow.
No
Not
damage
today.
taken.
Not today.
That was the Morrigan warning.
Yeah.
That was definitely a
Turn
more
back
good warning. Holy.
Like she's not coming to collect today,
But
but
she's like,
she sent you a message.
Queso Azul. I get to play with Hydro on Thursday. We're going to play some more Necessary Evil, actually.
Excellent.
All right, you're up. Reloading.
Yeah.
All right.
Except it reloads itself, so
It does reload itself. It's just so convenient.
it is super convenient.
It grows the bolts like eggs.
Sure.
One of those explodes. So 9.
That hits with a raise, so it's 2d8 plus a d6,
So that is 15 points of damage.
which is enough to wound it. What's this one? But it's too tough, Ben.
Dang it.
This goes to Haley, to you, Sam.
No jokers.
No jokers yet. Got an ace.
Which is funny. We usually get like 5 jokers.
I know, we usually have a ton of jokers at this point. The spider is attacking
going up one.
Haley again. What's your toughness? Or what's your parry? Sorry. Come on. Ooh, there we go. Ooh. So it hits, but not with a raise. I'm not cutting for you, Haley. You're definitely the biggest threat here. What's your toughness is 9, yes?
Yeah.
All right, so it will hit you for 1 wound. Do you have any bennies to soak?
Nope.
All right, so you take 1 wound. All right, that's all I have, followed by, you're up. How many bolts you got left?
That would be 1.
Cool. Is this the last bolt?
Last bolt, yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright, I will load the last bolt, or watch it load itself. This is creepy, but in a good way.
Yeah, totally.
Alright, that's a 4.
So a 4 hits.
Okay. Alright, no raise, but 38. That's double ones?
You can spend a penny to like.
Fine.
That's your last penny?
No, I got one more.
I got one more. Right, sweet.
Yeah, was like, yeah, we only got 2 more challenges.
It's totally fine.
That one explodes. That's it. So that's it.
9 total?
Yeah.
Not enough to shake it. Sorry, man. 8. This thing has come for you twice.
I know.
It wounded you. Oh, I do need a vigor roll from you.
I thought I did. Bigger
You
one.
did, but this is for the poison that it tried to
Oh,
inject into
I
you.
didn't know there was poison.
Yeah, there's poison.
Okay. So
Ooh.
We usually get like all of
This
them.
is round
all
4
at
of
once.
combat, so 4 times 4, 16.
Yeah.
4 base cards at once, so.
I got a 6.
You're fine.
Okay.
All right, so it's your turn.
Um,
I really thought I had 8 with that 5.
I thought I was dead. I thought this was it.
Okay. Soak it.
I am going to do Morgan's Will
Okay.
and lower it. Lower
Okay.
My
You want to lower its strength, which is less damage. Do you want to lower its agility, which would make it easier to hit, or lower its vigor so that it can't soak as easily?
I want to lower it.
Or
so
its
we can-
fighting. Yeah. So what?
I want to make it so everybody can hit it.
Okay, so you're gonna lower its fighting. Do you want to do this as part of an attack action as well? Do you want to take a multi-action? Okay. So give me the. So remember, when you build a spell,
Mhm.
so you're gonna use lower trait. So the way this works is it's going to cost you 2.
Mhm.
You can, if you want, make it strong for 3 points, which means it has a penalty to try and shake it off.
You know what? Since you did that,
Yeah. give me your conduit roll.
Okay, so that is gonna be my big.
Yeah.
It didn't do good. I
All right.
got 2.
Then go ahead and give me your fighting roll.
Okay. Oh, it's gonna be the same dice. It is the same exact.
Okay. So nada this round. Just nada. Same.
Do the same. Loading and shooting.
Loading and shooting. Go again.
Ooh.
Ooh, that'll work.
Ooh.
That'll be a raise.
So that's 12.
15.
15 minus 2 for 13.
All right. Roll your damage plus an extra d6. So 2d8 plus a d6.
2d8 plus d6.
So I have to say here.
That's 14, 16.
All right. Spending my last penny to see if I need to. Nope.
Yeah.
All right. The second wound, the spider just head explodes and it hits the ground.
The rust fire pistol is rather unwieldy, but when it hits,
It does.
it hits.
Yeah. All right. At this point, everything kind of comes to stillness.
I free Chen from the silk
She is unconscious.
and begin stomping whatever small spiders are crawling
They
off of
they
her.
squelch pleasingly.
I have big heavy like
Yeah.
boots too.
Yeah, you do.
Sam Vimes boots.
Like a cardboard souls?
Yeah.
So you can feel it squish up.
Yes, you can feel the streets.
Yeah.
All right. What's the plan?
Okay, so can I first of all can I collect my bolts or are they gone?
They're gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Now you said there was all these water,
Mm-hmm.
these bowls,
Yeah.
and they're full of currently unpleasant water.
Very unpleasant water.
Is there a way to cleanse the water?
I got a holy symbol. I can cleanse it. It might not be the cleansing they want.
I wonder if there's something up above here that is like being blocked by the webs. So maybe some kind of fountain or something.
Fair point. How much fire we got?
I have a lantern.
But it doesn't really
Can
matter.
we burn all the webs?
If you have some, you have as much as you need.
Can we burn the webs?
Sure.
We just start it on fire and they just all burn away?
So you mark off another vial of oil.
Okay.
And you're able to get the webs burning. And as they clear, light starts coming through the burning holes. And as the light hits the little votives, you can see that the algae just sort of burns away. And soon the webs kind of burn themselves out. You're left in this stone cleft with all of these little prayer menhirs. And the waters are now bubbling free and clear. You may all have a Benny.
Oh, thank God.
And you can
It's a
see
metaphor for you.
Okay. And is there anything in the water?
their little. Give me a common knowledge roll. Pockets.
You have some of that.
You do have a little bit of that.
Ooh, can I do a common knowledge?
Sure.
While they're doing that, can I try to harvest the poison from these spiders?
Uh,
I have a ink bottle I was gonna dump out.
this is the kind of stuff that I love happening in a D&D game. Yes, or Savage Worlds games we'd be playing. Do you have?
Probably not. Mine is based around fighting.
Yeah, I'm like you are. Do you have survival as a skill?
No.
Would you like to make a smarts at -2 roll to see if you can?
I don't think that would go well since it's a D4.
You always get your wild die of a D6.
You know what? Why not? Let's give it a shot.
What's the worst that can happen?
They're double fours.
All right.
Explodes.
Another 4. No, oh wait,
Triple fours.
triple 4.
What do you
And
know?
a 3.
You harvest 3 doses of mild poison. You milk the spiders into your ink jar, but you no longer have ink. All right. That's fine. I can buy more ink. What'd you guys get in your common knowledge rolls?
That's right. I did have one. I got a
7.
Nice.
4 and a 2. So a 4.
4?
Yeah.
Minus your 1.
No.
So you know that these are confessor bolts. Basically, as someone would ascend up the mountain, they would whisper their sins into the little prayer dishes, and the water would carry them away.
I like that. It's new agey.
I dip a long fingered hand in.
Have you met Pocket?
Hair.
Does not wash their pits in the bowls of sacred tears. It's
Well, I mean, I look better though, right? Yeah? Yeah? Okay.
I'm just like hunched over a spider. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
all right.
I guess. We move. Is there. What's.
There. You can see it beyond the cleft. It continues.
Alright, we see our frog and bug friends behind
You
us?
do.
Alright. I hold up the cool new crossbow.
All of the frogs immediately like move behind. You definitely feel. Oh, that's a good point. You're out of ammo, right?
And
Yeah, I'm gonna need it's fine, a vigor roll from you.
it's gonna try and eat me, isn't it?
It's gonna turn your bones into bolts.
I hate this.
I watched Existence.
That's a 4 and a 5.
The 5 means you succeed. It reloads for 6 bolts. You feel like you definitely feel a slight draining sensation, but nothing seems to be missing.
I'm sure this is fine. Is one of you guys? No?
No.
Okay, so I'm keeping it then, right? Cool.
We hope so.
Do you store it?
I guess I carry it.
Like you can carry it, but like,
I mean, how would
are you
store
here?
it?
Like, are you carrying it at the ready, or like, what do you like?
I guess so. Like, don't. How else would I carry it?
I don't know. What is Pockets thinking?
Attach it to your,
Do I have? I guess I don't really have a backpack. I have
You really
a
don't.
jacket. I have a medical kit, a whole bunch of little magical lockpicks, and I guess I have a pocket full of demon things.
You do have a pocket.
Those are a few of my favorite things.
Yep, you have a pocket full of demon fangs, and your other hand's throwing a peace sign.
Yeah, I'll take it under one arm.
Right? As you think about like not holding it, it lets go and sort of crawls down and grabs onto your hip, and just kind of sits there. It's the fire mechanism, like yawning, waiting for you to put your hand back in it.
Okay.
Your hand, you can see, has 6 tiny little red spots where little beads of blood are.
So this is more of a good time than a long time sort of thing. Okay. Up the mountain then.
All right. As you move up the mountain, you can see that this gate. You once again kind of head onto the side of the mountain as you're kind of taking the switchback trail up the side, and ahead of you, you can see another gate. And this gate is marked with the rune that was on the Demon of Hatred.
That was the one that was slashing at Sam.
Mm-hmm. Beyond is just a veiled portal.
So do we want to take a little while walking up to this next gate? Talk about why exactly we all ended up, the demons that we ended up with. I mean, everybody. My name is Pocket, so the whole greed thing is kind of a little bit on the nose.
Also, the way you play Pocket. Just to toss that one out there.
But is the hatred demon eating you up, Sam? Is this a thing? Is this some like
Or not that I'm aware of.
some deep-seated grudge that you?
Oh
hold?
no, sorry, it's not. It was the one that was attacking Afe.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
well, okay, that makes a little more sense.
She was the.
I'm just a little mad.
All the time. That's her secret pockets.
What was the demon that was
She's-
attacking Sam?
It's really interesting that we don't remember.
There was one. She
It
was.
was the demon.
I was in the hourglass.
Yeah, she was in the hourglass,
That was him. Okay,
Yeah.
and you were the ignorance.
right. But I was
Okay.
playing. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it wasn't the one that wasn't. It wasn't
Yeah.
cutting up Sam. Gotcha.
Okay. All right. I mean, so you're angry, and he's ignorant,
Running out of time, I guess.
I guess. Is there something in particular you're angry about? I mean, it seems like this is sort of one of those purification things where we're all supposed to sort of get over ourselves and our various problems so that we can be, one with the mountain or something. I did not really pay attention in the whole, I don't know,
Somewhere in
class.
the afterlife, the 7 times immortal Monkey King is like,
The legacy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I suppose I could give up being greedy, but I don't even know what that would look like, man.
you've already passed that gate.
Yeah, so again, maybe you just have to kill everything every time you pass a gate. I mean, this could be one of those tests that's really easy. I mean, not easy, but not existentially difficult. You just kill everything as you go. I mean, this seems like your kind of thing.
Are you suggesting that Ape go first?
At the gate of hate, you know what? Sure.
I don't know. This is
Just
your
to translate that in practical terms.
This is your quest, though.
But I see you wearing like a whole bunch of armor, and I just saw a spider like swallow you, and then just like you know,
At the very least, I'll reload my weapon.
muscle your way out. All right.
With that being said, I'm gonna use the healer kit to get my wound back.
Give me a healing test. Do you want to do the same for pockets?
I do have one wound if you feel so inclined.
Yeah. Can I kill me and him at the same time?
You gotta make 2 separate rolls.
Okay, do you want to go first?
You go for it. You go first.
It's gonna be my big three.
No, this will be a healing skill test, unless you want to use your magical healing.
Okay, I also have a med kit and also have healing. Could I do it myself?
You could. You could help.
I don't actually have the healing.
Don't worry, you're about to get an advancement, so you can get shooting and you can get healing.
All right. Well, then I will assist using her med kit on her.
Okay.
That one explodes. So it's a little bit.
That will heal 2 wounds and use 1 dose from her med kit.
Okay.
All right, now give it to yourself. Maybe I should have rephrased that. These are the things that come up in game.
All right. So that's one explodes. That's also an 8.
All right.
I'm back, baby.
All right. What do you do at the Gate of Hatred?
What does it look like?
So it's got that room, and you can see there are links carved into the gate is made up of links of stone, and it bridges the side of the path. And again, this is like a misty portal, like you can't really truly see what's on the other side.
Is my skeletal friend still with me?
Oh, Sezek is always with you, like at the hip, like. Ugh!
I'm gonna turn to him and look at him dead in the eyes, and be like,
He looks back at you with dead eyes.
Yeah.
"Thank you.
It's got you.
Can I give you a banana?"
Sure, I'll take it. Thank you. I've never been offered a bed
Yeah.
by the table. Like, this is awesome.
Gate is obviously for me.
Mhm,
If there's
mhm.
something I need to know before I walk in there, it might not walk at all.
Listen, there's a lot of hatred in the world. Morgan likes to encourage it because, compassion doesn't really start a lot of wars. Tends to be the thing that ends them. So I'd say go in sword swinging, maybe. From that conduit a little bit.
I'm gonna grab him and throw him in.
He hits the portal
Oh no.
and slowly sinks through.
I'm gonna turn to Pocket to be like, should we give it a minute?
I mean, sure, but I mean, like, is it like a gelatinous cube sort of situation?
You don't know? No.
Mhm.
No. It definitely had some sort of resistance.
Okay, but he's not like. I mean, can you tell if he's in like pain? He's slowly soaking in. Is he screaming? Can you hear it?
I don't hear anything.
Okay, all right, maybe then he's fine. I'm sure he's fine.
I'm sure it's fine.
I don't care one way or the other.
Never liked him anyway.
I'm gonna just turn and just start walking in.
All right. As you hit it, it feels intensely painful. Like as soon as you touch the mist, it almost feels as if you're being flayed alive. But you can't step back. Your only way is to push through. And I need a spirit roll from you.
Okay. Should have made that one higher. Oh, it definitely should have made that one
What'd you
higher.
get?
2 and a 1.
You want to spend a Benny to re-roll?
No, I'm saving that.
All right. As you step through, all that you see around you is a vast whirlwind, sand, little grains of glass that just kind of catch the light and move around you in a scintillating whirlwind. And you can feel as if there is a presence kind of within this moving about, and something goes zipping past you. And as it comes back again, you can see it's just Sezek's head. His body has been just
Oh,
reduced,
just got that back.
reduced to nothing, and he is screaming, "Catch!"
I will try to catch him.
Give me a fighting check.
That one explodes.
You catch Sezek.
Okay, cool.
Right by the eyes and nose socket, and kind of
Like a bowling ball.
Yeah. You can feel though
That gave
this
me a great
this
idea.
abrasion is starting to be very, very painful. There's, as you look behind you, there's nothing but the wall of the whirlwind. What do you do?
I'm gonna hold him up and say, "Did you see anything?"
Oh, that's good. You can have a Benny for that. Yeah, there's something at the center that all of this is rotating around. And as you can see, like all of these little pieces, as you kind of focus on them, you can see that each of these grains, you can actually, if you focus on them, they kind of slow down as they move in front of you, and you can see two guys in bearskins, one of them beating the other one to death with a club. You can see like people being sacrificed, their throats torn open and poured out upon altars. You can see strange people and strange vistas killing each other. Each one is a single moment of hatred, and the whirlwind spirals around you.
Okay. I'm gonna take out my shield.
Okay.
And I'm guessing the wind is coming one way.
Yes.
I'm gonna hold it up to that way and.
Oh, that'll buy you a little bit of time.
Okay. And just start heading towards the center of the storm.
All right. As you start moving down, you almost immediately sink down into your mid shins. The stuff that's not being blown around is thick and deep. You don't know what that means as you kind of move closer toward the center of this place. As you get near, you can see kind of a rippling ahead, almost as if there is an eye in the storm of this thing. But as you hit it, you rebound off of it. It's as if there's some sort of spiritual force keeping you from stepping into the center. What do you do, Ave?
I'm gonna try my holy symbol and try to put it against it.
Give me a faith roll.
A 5.
Go spend, that's good, but it's not a raise. Do you want to spend your last penny for the night on that? You want to let it ride?
Yes.
It's your choice. Okay.
We exploded.
Okay.
10.
10? So that succeeds with a raise. And for what's the Morrigan's holy symbol look like?
It is a raven's foal, with
Okay.
kind of like runes on the top of it.
So, do you know what the runes say, or are they just arcane symbols from the priests?
It just says battle.
Battle?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. As you kind of hold it out, you start to push through. The strength of the Morrigan kind of floods into you. And this resilience, this vitality, this sort of being in your element. And you can see some of the grains kind of flow in and around the raven's skull, and it takes on kind of the runes take on a kind of a scintillating shimmer to them. And you push in, and in the center is a large basalt altar, 4-horned, blood dried on each of the horns.
Nice.
And you can just see that there are runes, but they're runes in kind of like all languages. And if you kind of move around it, you eventually find one that you read, and it just says hatred.
Okay.
What do you do? No time has passed for the two of you guys. You have just watched.
I bum a cigarette.
Oh, are we leaving her to go?
No. What I'm saying is, none of this has taken any time. You have literally just watched her step across the threshold.
Just pockets. We're gonna just let her work this out. Okay, so 2 horns that have dry blood.
Yeah, 4, like 2 on
4.
each side. Yeah,
Okay.
on each corner.
Trying to think. I feel like I should put something on the blood. I just don't know. You know what? My blood. Double blood. So I'm gonna take out one of my knives.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cut my forearm and jump it
Okay.
on one of the horns.
You see that immediately the blood soaks in, and you take a level of fatigue. You feel weak, but the noise seems to have gone down a little bit.
Man, I wish my guy had his body back so I could just. I'm gonna then put blood on the rest of the horns.
All right. At this point, I will need a vigor roll.
Okay. 3 and a 1.
Okay. So in this case, you will take a wound,
Okay.
and that wound is unhealable on this mount. But the sand just suddenly stops and drops to the ground, and as it does, it sort of fills in, like you have to scramble to kind of get on top of it. Aif, you want to re-roll it with a Benny from Tink?
Yeah. What? Double threes.
Okay, slightly better. And at this point, the mist fades, and you can see Tink is standing on this. Or sorry, Aif. Aif, riding on a unicorn. Pegasus. Yeah, sorry, Valkyrie. Standing on this sandy ground. There's nothing there. Her arm is kind of torn open, blood flowing from it, being soaked up by the sand, and there is just an image of the Monkey King, and you can see this is one of the stories you're not as familiar with, but you can see he has taken a lot of wounds himself, and there are in one hand he's holding the hand of a frog person, and the other he's holding the hand of one of the insectoids that you have discovered.
Just the hands? That's horrible. That's horrible.
And across the way, you can see a set of steps that ascend to the summit of the mountain.
All right. I step up the cigarette.
I'm gonna turn to Fox and be like, really don't like him. Why would they hate him?
Well, that was nicely done. Shall we continue on to apparently the Gate of Ignorance? I mean, there seems to be a pattern here.
That's fine by me.
Alright? As you ascend, you can see...
This should be our last challenge.
should be the last challenge.
I'm assuming Chen is like
Just
recuperating.
Yeah, she's
with
unconscious
the
and
cross.
being carried
Yeah.
by the unnamed
Yeah. Never to be named.
frog monk. Oh, he said he would give his name. You said that you couldn't do it unless they got to the city. It was bad luck.
No, I said if he says his name in the city, he'll be transported out of the city.
No, you said because he couldn't give you the name here. You said it would be forever barred from the city if he gave his name.
Is that what I
before.
said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can give his name if they get to the city.
All right, fair enough. I'm trying to convince him he can't do that either.
At first, when you get to the top, you can start the noise of the rising sea is coming louder. As you ascend to the summit of the mountain, at first it just looks like you come to a dead end. There's just a blank cliff wall. But as you look, you can see that there are cuts in the stone. As you look, you can, like, from the side, you can see where someone has cut the image of a door in there. And there are strange runes on the ground. There's several statues all around.
What are the statues of?
We will pick that up next week. So, that brings us to the end of our episode tonight. Thank you all for joining us. Tink and John, always good to see you. Hydro Macaroon. Look forward to more Queso Azul on Thursday. Check out all the other great shows that we have going on right now on the Iconic. June is our Sword and Sorcery month. We're dedicating the whole month to Sword and Sorcery gaming. And we will be reviewing the Black Sword Hack on Behind the Screen starting on Thursday. Just put up a new episode of the Amboria Kickstarter with Richard earlier this afternoon. And if you are a member of the Iconic Patronage, the next episode of our 13th Age 2nd Edition actual play has gone up and out to patrons and will be released on Monday for the general public. So until next time, these are the echoes of Crucible. I'm Jane, your GM. We will be back next week with more Savage Worlds. And stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming. Have a good one, everyone.